Twitter looks at professors to combat their echo chamber, New York Times makes a controversial hire, and the beer industry just found the new super ingredient. This is the Ramos Rundown. So Twitter a couple weeks ago announced that they wanted to start measuring healthy conversation by eliminating echo chambers and uncivil discourse in their website and their forum. So they hired a group of Twitter academics. I'm gonna read you some of their names and know where they're from. They have two from Leiden University, which is in Amsterdam, which I just went to, by the way. Dr. Rebecca Tromble and Dr. Michael Meffert. Two from Syracuse University here in New York, Dr. Patricia Rossini and Dr. Jennifer Stromer-Galley. Yeah, these names are huge. Dr. Nava Tintorif from Delft University and Dr. Dirk Hovy from Bocconi University. So,
say all those names 3 times really fast.
No, pass. So they're supposed to measure echo chambers, which is basically people that get together, small groups and communities and, echo the same ideas and they never really learn and get perspective. So the goal of this is to avoid or to help diminish people being uncivil and harassing others online. So ironically, if you look at some of their tweets, they are pretty biased and it's like echo chamber in and of itself. You have a couple websites and news forums that were looking and sifting through their tweets. I'll start off with Dr. Rebecca Tromble, who tweeted, "Apparently no amount of bootlicking guarantees Trump's loyalty. Hashtag Scaramucci out." She retweeted a tweet from Jonathan Freeland saying, "Gross negligence by congressional Republicans putting party before country. It's despicable. Hashtag resist." You also have tweets from Dr. Jenny Stromer-Galley saying Trump's proposed budget includes cutting corporation for public broadcasting. The best source of news out there, of course, hashtag small hands.
That Trump has small hands.
Yeah, this is the...
Have you seen the video of the ones with him with small hands? They're actually pretty funny. No, I haven't seen them.
Is it like the Burger King commercial?
Yeah, with the burger with the small hands. Yeah.
So this is just ironic because obviously we've all been on Twitter and we've seen how it could get pretty nasty out there. But these are the people that are hired to monitor it, perform certain studies and try to limit it and advise Twitter on what to do. And as I'm going to continue to read here, each one of them have tweets that are very biased towards certain political stances, anti-Trump, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's going to resolve anything. For example, you have one by Dr. Neva, who said, quote unquote, Trump and quote unquote care don't really work in the same sentence, do they? Keeping you in my thoughts today, America. Maybe Senate will block it. So each one of them have tweets that are just going anti-Trump. So how is that exactly going to help this narrative of the right versus the left and this, divide that we have going on?
It won't. It won't help it. And it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't surprise many people that a company like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram now, they are all leaning towards having a monitor Big Brother type system where they say academics who... I don't think academics are biased at all, lying, are the ones monitoring all these type of conversations. And if they don't like it, then they're going to pretty much shut it down like they've done with some of these Twitter users that are predominantly right-leaning or a voice against the mainstream view. Mm-hmm. So
I don't see how this is going to help add to, the blocking of some of this uncivil discourse. It's actually going to just further incite it. You're adding fuel to the fire because like we talked about before, reaching out to people that think differently than you and talking about it in a civil way, that's how you create growth. But these people that they've hired, these academics, are all going to look at it from their own echo chamber. And for example, you have Dr. Dirk Hovy, who partnered with Dr. Rebecca Tromble to do a study in which they looked at the sexism that Hillary Clinton faced during her campaign trail. Mm-hmm. So those are the type of things they focus on.
So what did she face?
They compared it versus Bernie Sanders in the DNC.
Which he should have won.
Well, he should have. He got screwed by the DNC.
Mind you, I'm not a Bernie fan, but I know he should have won.
No. So Hillary Clinton versus Bernie Sanders, they did a research to see how much sexism did she face in comparison to Bernie Sanders. Like they looked at they scan Twitter to see gender type nouns or adjectives that are used in conjunction with their names and different things like that. There's a very small difference. Hillary Clinton had some more words that they deemed gender related and things like that. But these are the things that they're taking their time studying versus getting to understand the other side.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's people who are right leaning, people who are left leaning, see how they could bridge this gap. You know, you have Dr. Michael Meffert, who from Leiden University as well, who has several published studies looking at how radical and populist right-wing group get their votes out of fear-mongering. They say people are fearful and scared, and that's why they vote for.
So they're saying like,
people.
you know, threatening type propaganda is what's getting them the votes, not because people on the Democratic side aren't actually putting out good policies.
Yeah, I think it's along the lines of how there's like, you know, right-wing politicians and stuff are always talking about, you know, things that are like kind
war,
of
immigration,
war and stuff, and we gotta like be very defensive. So they're saying they vote out of fear for these type of policies. So these are all the type of efforts and studies that they're putting out there versus trying to see something inclusive.
Like, so that's what Twitter is doing now.
So no, Twitter hired them.
Yeah.
This is the group of academics that Twitter hired to study echo chambers and uncivil discourse on their site. So it's just going to further push the divide between left and right.
But my point is, who's to judge what is deemed hate speech or what is deemed as improper echo chamber conversation? Why are these people?
I don't think that's the right question.
Why are these people deemed the best for it? Did they do a big study across all professors?
All of them are professors in political
gender
science.
Studies. Sorry, gender study people.
All of these doctors are professors in either political science or social studies. But we all know that in the collegiate level, most professors that have these type of degrees and studies are left-leaning.
Yeah.
So that in itself is creating an echo chamber. Instead of, you know, reaching out to other people in different fields, whether it's economists, entrepreneurs, you know, other independent thinkers, you know, biologists, mathematicians, independent thinkers with different type of, you know, backgrounds, and seeing what they come. They got all academics, all from a very left-leaning sect of work. So I'm just struggling to see how this is going to help bridge this gap, because like you're asking, you know, who deems what hate speech is? I mean, what's the definition of hate speech? I think we all know what hate speech is. I think the more appropriate question is, who's going to deem what's hate speech and what is not hate speech? Because that's just very blurred right now. You have, for example, the new hire on the New York Times editorial board, Sarah Jeong, who's been all over the news cycle, because we'll post a link in the description for you guys to see. She has dozens and dozens of racist tweets towards white people. I mean, dozens.
And she works for the New York Times.
She works for, she just got hired by the New York Times editorial board.
That is just shocking. And
it was kind of funny, because I don't know if they did their research or not, but some of these were like,
really out there.
Really out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull some up to see if so you
I mean, my point is, especially when you've had recent issues with fired directors that we spoke about in the past, and other CEOs, and going all the way back to even owners in the NBA being fired over controversial type conversations in private, right? They are having someone who has been openly racist on Twitter, social media, and hired her and defend her. That's crazy.
I'm going to read you one of her tweets from 2014. She said, "Dumbass white people marking up the internet with their opinions like dogs pissing on fire hydrants."
Wow.
Like another one. "Are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like groveling goblins?"
Wow.
So these are things that obviously, that's hate speech. And obviously it's racist. But you have members of the New York Times, you know, defending her, as well as journalists in general defending her, saying things like, "Oh, racism isn't prejudice, it's prejudice plus power."
You say these tweets are not racist. No, I don't think Sarah's tweets are racist. Some of the tweets are taken out of context, but it's not racist for this reason. Racism, being racist, is not just prejudice. It's prejudice plus power.
So if you have no power, then you can't be prejudiced.
No, it's just I don't understand. You had for the CNN panel with Don Lemon, it was Simone Sanders. She's the one that said that that racism is prejudice plus power, but that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It makes no sense. It's not. Oh, I have power over you, so now it's racist. If you see somebody and you demonstrate any sorts of prejudice towards them because of their skin color, it's racist. Hispanic on blacks on whites, or whites on Asians, it doesn't matter. It's racist. But people on the right side of the political aisle see that and they get turned off, and it pushes them further away.
Yeah.
Versus acknowledging it. If we were to acknowledge and see some sort of standard being held where it goes both ways, anybody who's a racist is deemed a racist and there's appropriate action that takes place, then we can start getting to a place where, okay, we're meeting in the middle, we're talking about it. But this is just further driving the political divide.
So then if we have these professors now who are speaking to the Twitter CEOs and executives saying, all right, this is what we see as an echo chamber and hate speech and yada, yada, yada. The biggest question, in my opinion, would be, does this new New York Times editor fall into that category of hate speech? Because technically, I would think that it would, right? Because Candace Owens, I don't know if you guys saw,
Yes, I was gonna bring that
had
up.
a phenomenal tweet that she actually switched up the words of Sarah Jeong from, what was it, white to black?
She word for word, she switched out some of Sarah Jeong's tweets and replaced the word white with black.
And then she got suspended for it.
She got suspended a day.
And then
from
Twitter came back and said, no.
It was a mistake. It was an error.
Yeah. No.
So let me ask you a question.
Sorry,
do you think that Twitter has a sort of algorithm like monitoring their site for keywords like black or other derogatory words, but not white?
They have to.
Because how'd they pick it up so fast? They picked it up so fast, she got suspended like immediately.
Well, remember, she's also a very predominant conservative.
Oh, yeah.
That's up and coming. So they definitely have their eyes on her and Charlie Kirk and a lot of people on the Turning Point USA and PragerU. So for sure that not only do they have the white and black little algorithms, but I even think that they have their own special team looking at some right-leaning people.
Oh, well, to add to that, the plot twist was she's a black woman. She's a black woman who took racist tweets towards white people, swapped the words towards black people, and she got suspended for it. So they deemed it, I guess, black on black hate crime.
I want to know what these professors would talk about. Like, what would they say? I hope someone of importance there in Twitter asks them and makes it public for us to see. All right, these are people that we can deem trustworthy, right?
I would like firm examples of what they would suspend and ban for hate speech and what they wouldn't.
I like that.
Because, for example, we just started our YouTube channel. We're working here to like grow our audience. And what if we start talking about topics like this? It gets flagged for hate speech.
Oh,
because
for
of
sure
certain
it would,
opinion. How are we supposed to know? It's so vague. The reason why they leave it vague is so that they can have a broad spectrum that they could cast down on
Especially
it.
now with the November elections coming up.
Depending on a week-by-week basis, you know what? This is how the news cycle is going. We're going to deem it as hate speech, or we're going to ban it so we can stay with the times and stay popular, and other things we won't. No, people, especially these social platforms, they should make something firm in nature that says, okay, this is what's deemed hate speech and will get banned, suspended, or get a remark for. This won't. And to add to that, it needs to be level and fair across the board. All nationalities, all ethnicities, all types of prejudices.
Either have an equal playing field monitor,
Or don't monitor at
or
all.
don't monitor at all.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, ending off with that, if you can, let us know in the comments. Would you like someone monitoring Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or do you think that it should just be an open platform and just let everything go? like it has been for many years. So let us know in the comments.
Let's see if our comments section is better than the survey. Because just to end off on this, a survey says that 48% of people would agree with the government requiring social media platforms to regulate content.
Oh, name one government program that is being run great. That is being run smoothly, without debt, without scandal.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
That's a second challenge for our comment section.
Name one that hasn't had a scandal in the last 10, 20 years.
Let us know below. We'll wait to hear from you. All right, we're going to start a new segment. It's called Pick the Fake News. I'm going to read you 3 headlines.
Fake news.
Fake news. And you're going to tell me which one's fake.
That was a horrible Trump impersonation.
I got to work on it, man.
Okay.
All right. So headline number 1. Man jumps out of a restaurant freezer, grabs knife, and attacks employees.
Okay.
Number 2. Vagina model makes new beer with her vaginal lactic acid for sale.
I don't know if I drink that, but okay.
Actually, it's not vagina model. It's supermodel. Supermodel they make new beer with their vaginal lactic acid.
So why'd you say vagina model? I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, I was like, I think that's what you call a porn star. I've never heard of a vagina. Hand model, yeah, but vagina model?
As soon as I said it, I knew that was a blooper. I was like, wait a minute.
Where do you put that? It's okay.
Dying.
We'll keep in that.
All right, third one is Florida man rides horse through drive-through window, gets service.
Okay. Anything with Florida, I believe. Period. If there's a news headline that's crazy and it says Florida,
oh, it's real.
It's real.
The craziest shit happens in Florida.
I don't know about the vagina model thing. And the ice pick sounds pretty real, but I'm going to have to say the real ones are the Florida story with the horse and the vagina model. And the fake one is the ice bath.
That is incorrect.
Son of a gun. I just wanted a vagina
The
model.
fake story was Florida man rides horse through drive-through window.
Oh my God, so vagina model was real?
Vagina model's real.
Oh my God.
So we'll start with, okay, so beer made from the vaginal lactic acid of hot models finally goes on sale. It's in Poland. There's a brewery that launched a line of models that you could see their picture and a biography of who they are, and you could drink their vagina juice beer. I'm so torn on if I want to try that or not.
I mean, Polish women are beautiful. I know a couple Mówi pani po angielsku. Yeah, dziękuję.
What does that mean?
Hello, how are you? Do you speak English?
He knows that in like 27 languages.
Yes, we love you long time.
That's where it goes. If they ask you like on a date after
Yeah,
whatever,
they keep going
you're
up.
done. You're done. Oh, here it says the best sex position to try while you're drinking this beer. They put that on the label.
What is wrong with Polish people?
They're crazy as hell.
I
But look
guess
at this
they're
picture.
bored in the cold.
Look at this ad though.
Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous.
She is very attractive.
My wife.
I would. Is she trying her own beer?
Who tests these thing out?
Oh yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I would love to get into the R&D team and like have to like try it out,
Yeah.
like the blind studies.
In the day and age of tossing salad, I don't think the worst thing you can drink is vaginal beer.
For the audience that doesn't know what tossing salad is.
No, that's not go into it.
No.
Google.
Oh, Google it. Oh no.
All right,
my-
so what's the other story?
The other one that was real was the man jumps out of a restaurant freezer, grabs knife, attacks employee, and then suffers a heart attack and dies.
Get out of here.
Yes, it was in New York.
In the restaurant, after
Yes,
he
in
stabbed
the
the
restaurant.
guy.
In the restaurant. So they opened up the restaurant and they go to the walk-in freezer, and this guy jumps out, screams, "Away, Satan!" and starts tries to stab them with a knife.
The power of Christ compels you.
How do you make that up?
So, do you think he died from a heart attack of pure excitement or fear?
I'm just trying to figure out what he was on. Like, I want the toxicity report,
Some
so I know what
hardcore
not to
drug.
take.
Hardcore drug.
Whatever.
Maybe he drank too much vaginal beer.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
a side effect.
He was drunk on vaginal beer.
if you combine those two headlines, it's the ultimate fake news.
I'm still totally baffled that they have made this. Like, how do they secrete the juices?
They need to do like a little documentary, like a little 10, 15 minute Netflix
like
special.
Discovery Channel, show us how it's made.
Oh, that has to be rated XXX. I
think some things could be better left unknown.
unseen. Yeah.
Yeah, but not that. I just need to know.
Yeah, but what if
Like, where astronauts poops in their suit, like, how does that work? I want to know that too.
Oh no!
Think about that.
Oh,
when they have to pee and they're out there in the middle of space, where does it help?
You didn't see Will Smith partner with NASA and he did a FaceTime with the astronaut?
Yeah, an international
Yeah, they
space
talked
station.
about that. He asked him about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually like millions of viewers.
Flat Earth. What?
By the way, notice how I have a mic now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2018.
It's about time. For those of you that donated to our crowdfunding page, we thank you. We're getting some word now from our producer. We don't have enough mics for him to chime in on a regular basis. We'll provide you with our GoFundMe page if you guys feel inclined to just help us out.
Yeah. What is it again?
It was I don't know what was the URL that we put? It was like Booze Money?
GoFundMe.com/boozemoney.
Yeah, it's fake. Don't donate there.
Please don't.
Yeah. It's probably some guy named Chad and Brad.
Oh my gosh. But I think I don't know which one I'd rather not see. Like giving birth, like the vagina while giving birth, or the vaginal like secretion process for beer. Which one would you? I feel like
I don't know. I mean, I just
Tell us what you think, viewers.
tell us what you think, because
with not too much description.
I'm sure there's a lot
please.
of fathers out there that have seen the childbirth process. I don't want to see my playground being destroyed. It's just me.
I want to be a 1950s mobster or like 1930s mobster with like a top hat, a cigar in the waiting room, and like they bring the baby out. Like that's what I want.
Did you give birth to my child? His name is Tony. It's a girl, sir. Tona.
No, Tony with an I. That's a girl's name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do an impression because I've never seen like any of the Godfathers or
You
anything.
come to my daughter's wedding and disrespect me. It's a great movie. You
I gotta watch them. I haven't seen any of them.
All right. Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, y'all. Subscribe on the bottom below. If you can, put the notification bell on so you can get some of this content and watch it all day, every day. I'm going to go and try to make him laugh with some punny jokes.
I'm not gonna laugh.
Huh. Ready? Did you hear about the guy whose left side was cut off?
No.
He's all right now. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
Tentacles.
There you go. Laughed, ha!
No, not myself.
Yeah.
All right, how many of these crappy jokes are we doing?
All right.
Last one.
Last one. I told you this one earlier, but it's just so good. So, who invented King Arthur's round table? Circumference. Come on.
That was a good
It's so
one.
punny.
See you guys
All
next
right.
week.